So this is our situation right now regarding media, namely Matt Doran, a journalist from the Ch7 Sunday night program. Now I need you to watch this video because I need your opinion. I've been told not to upload this video to the main lads page, just to upload it to the Melbourne lads page, but I'm gonna upload it to both because nobody watches the Melbourne lads page. I personally don't think I've been on it in 3 weeks. All the actions on the main lads page, that's where all the boys are posting and looking, so that's where I'll upload this video. Now, I'm having a bit of a problem. I'll start from the top. About 3 months ago, or perhaps a little longer, Matt Doran contacted me on Twitter, I think, and said he was very keen to talk to us about Apex, more specifically the African immigrant crime problem in Melbourne, Melbourne's northwest, and also in and around Melbourne too. Okay. He said he wanted to talk to the UPF boys, and I said to him, well, UPF's not really a thing anymore. We're sort of growing into something different, like we're reforming. And he was very interested in that because it's the first he'd heard about it. He goes, well, what are you forming into? And I gave him a few details, but I didn't tell him too much. And he said, would it be okay if we got a few boys together and talked about that as well? He said, is there perhaps some sort of, community opposition or an organisation that opposes the work, or the crime rather, of the Africans and all that sort of stuff? And I said, yeah, we can definitely get that across. I think at that stage, all we had actually done, or the only proactive thing we'd done as a community organisation against immigrant crime specifically, was hand out those personal safety alarm devices, just a little device that you pull the pin out of the end and it makes a loud ringing sound, giving those to peasants so they can create some distance between them and the attacker maybe and get away. And he was pretty happy with that. He asked actually if we could, if he could get some footage of us giving those out to people, or maybe just use some existing footage from last year or whenever it was that we did it. And I said, yeah, that should be fine. So he came down, and I took a few days off work to work with him. Basically, we just walked through some suburbs that are dense with immigration, and I just threw a few one-liners in there to get our perspective across, like such as, these people can come to our country and be considered Australian, but I can't go to Africa and be considered African, can I? So why is there a double standard there? Stuff like that, and it was working out really well. Until he asked me, okay, are we ready to get some boys together so we can talk to the rest of the boys too? Okay. I tried to get the guys together, but the timing didn't turn out to be very good because Tom was in the process of talking to the real estate agent and finalising the clubhouse. He was getting all that done. Doran was like, do you guys have a headquarters we can go to? Can we all get together there? And I said, we actually are about to get one, but we haven't got one yet. Then he's like, oh, can we just go to a warehouse area and sort of stand in front of a roller or something, then make it look like you've got one? And, a few of the boys got suspicious, and Tom ended up saying, no, we're not doing that because we're not a street activist group. That's not what we're going to be. That's the past. We're doing something different in the future. We don't want to be a political organisation. We want to be a community group, okay? Which doesn't necessarily make sense to me, but I'll get into that in a minute. End of story, I sent Doran home. We didn't end up doing the story. We got a couple of days footage of just some immigrants in the suburbs, of me saying a couple of things about it, and then that was it. That's all they got. They probably still have that footage and they might use it in the final program if it goes ahead. Now, Doran's contacted me again about a week ago, and since Australia Day is coming up, he's really keen to bring that into the forefront of the story now. And I've also told him that, look, we've got the Melbourne clubhouse set up now. It's basically finished. We got numbers down there now, and we got somewhere where we can actually do interviews. And also we're attending an Australia Day barbecue at St Kilda Beach, so that'll be some public activity too. It's like it's a fucking barbecue in a park to celebrate a national holiday, a 100-year-old national holiday. And yeah, he was pretty keen. He was keen to come down again, and I told him it's going to be all good. I honestly didn't see this being negative in any way for us. I thought it'd be fantastic. But when I put it to the group not long ago, Tom called me and said he doesn't want cameras at the club because he thinks it's going to be negative. Tom will tell you what he thinks, but I'll just tell you what I was told. I was told that at the Australia Day barbecue, the media, this crew, Matt Doran, he's going to be looking for controversy. Yeah, he's going to be looking for violence or something. And if they can't find controversy, they'll create it, and then they'll tie that controversy to Lad Society, and they'll turn Lad Society into something political and negative. Okay? and he's worried about how that's going to come across to the public. So that's the opposing perspective to mine. My perspective is that it's a fucking Australia Day barbecue. It's not a political rally, okay? It's a public barbecue to celebrate a national holiday. And if we are attacked at that barbecue by whoever, if we are surrounded by police while we have a barbecue, that's gold for us, because it creates a perception that we are an unjustly oppressed people trying to maintain a completely non-violent, normal fucking tradition. Okay. But it also makes us out to be heroes in a way, because we're also an organisation, we're a unit. We're opposing mass immigration, we're opposing the crime that it brings. We have good opinions, solid opinions. We're a national community organisation and a political organisation. Now, what I don't understand, when I was told by Tom that we're not a political organisation, that doesn't make sense to me, because everybody in the organisation is politically minded. And I don't know how we expect to grow this organisation if we're not going to do it through politics. I really don't understand that. I mean, are we trying to attract regular heads that aren't political? And if so, what are we going to do with them? What's I don't know. Someone will have to explain that to me, if they can. But I think this is a really good opportunity for us to get this media crew down here and do this, because it doesn't come across very often. When the media doesn't contact me often, and when they do, it's usually just for a soundbite, for a 5-second comment. This is a full 20 to 30 minute segment on Sunday night program, which is like, if I didn't say already, Channel 9's version of 60 Minutes. Yeah, they'll probably talk some shit about us to balance it out. Of course they will. But every time we've ever been on television, every time we've ever been in the media, it's only ever worked out for us. It only ever made our support go through the roof. People sat at home and said, good on them. Good on them, they've got guts. That's what Aussies are all about, you know, and that's what you want from the public, okay? So I think this will be really beneficial for the group, really beneficial for membership, a great opportunity for public exposure, which is not going to come along again. Now, I need this decision to be quick, because Doran is going to the board of editors at Channel 7 tomorrow to tell them that he wants to revive his story, and he's pretty confident that they'll let him do it, okay? But if I either pull the pin on him again, it's pretty much fucked for good. I won't get this opportunity with Channel 7 or the Sunday night program again, because I already sent him home after they spent a fair bit of money flying down here and filming, and they paid me for a day as well, because I took a day off work to be with them, almost 2 days. It was only like $300 or something. So, what do you reckon? Do you reckon we should get this camera crew, do the interviews at the club, get some footage of the club, let them know what we're about, go down to this fucking Australia Day barbecue and celebrate the day? Or do you think we should keep them away from the club, keep the club completely out of it, and not be a political organisation? Like, you know, what's your opinion? Tell me your opinion.